Welcome back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Vince Sims. Have you heard about the exciting new exhibit at the Perot Museum? It is the Science of Guinness World Records exhibition, and it has made its U.S. debut right here in Dallas. It's open daily, and here to tell us all about it is Dave Humphreys, the Chief Operating Officer of the Perot Museum of Nature and Science. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, this truly sounds exciting because, you know, we know about the world records, the Guinness World Records. So talk to us about this exhibit.
All right, so as you said, we have the Science of Guinness World Records here. It is the American debut. It's an exhibition that was developed by Science North in Ontario, as well as Ripley Entertainment. And it is all about the science of Guinness World Records. At Guinness, they believe that everybody can be amazing and that they make the amazing official. So what we have in the exhibition hall is a variety of interactives that talk about the science that goes behind people who set Guinness World Records. So whether it's the science of memory, the science of balance, the science of strength, whatever the case may be, what sort of science goes into setting those records. And there are ways here in the exhibition to test your ability to do some of those same things on a different scale.
You know, this really does sound cool because, you know, I think back to those book fair days when we used to get them in elementary school, and you get the big old book of all the records, and everybody thinks that they could probably break one or set one. But for the museum, as you said, this is really about the science of these records, right, and learning about that.
That is correct. That's correct. It's about learning about the science underneath, as well as I have the same fond memories that you do of my childhood and when the new Guinness Book of World Records would come out, and to see the ones that have been broken and some of the more bizarre records in there, whether they be longest beard or longest fingernails or that sort of thing. And there are graphics of those sorts of records here in the hall. There's also other things where you can be more hands-on and interactive with the record itself. For example, there is a photograph that's you know, the world's highest resolution photograph, and you can pan and zoom on that photograph. I believe it's somewhere in Malaysia, where you can zoom in on that photograph to see people in swimming pools that, you know, that must be you know, miles away in the foreground. So that's one example. We also have the world's smallest stop motion video that was developed with IBM and has essentially stop motion video components at the molecular level. So it's fascinating science for sure.
That sounds so interesting and very cool to see. So, you know, right now we're at a time where people are looking to get out. They want to get out and experience more. So what can a guest expect to experience like there? How does it work?
Okay, well, you are correct. And we're seeing that among all of our guest groups, that people are ready to get out and about. We reopened in September, and since that time, we have had time ticketing in place. So that would be the first thing that I'd say. If you want to come to the museum, we'd love to have you, but you're going to have the best experience if you go to our website at perotmuseum.org and buy your tickets in advance, so you can choose the time that you want to show up, as well as if you want to add this Guinness experience to your day, you can pick the time that you would be able to do that. So that's the first thing that I would say. Not only are we doing time ticketing, but we're continuing to control the number of people that we let in the building at any one time, because we want the experience to be as pleasant as it can be for everyone.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about the exhibit itself, because it's interactive. There's some timed, you can kind of track your progress in there type of things that take place.
Yeah, that's correct. So when you come into the exhibition, you will register. And then you will use your thumbprint around the rest of the exhibit. It will keep track of how you fare on each of the physical or mental challenges, and then you'll be able to compare yourself against other members of your group, as well as other people who went through the exhibition that day. And you know, you've hit on something that we're seeing a ton of, whether it's you know, on an average Saturday or Sunday here, where we traditionally have a large family crowd, or even on Thursday evenings, we have a new program targeting adults 21 and up called Thursday on Tap. And this exhibition is actually included with the Thursday on Tap ticket. At all other times, it is an add-on experience. But my point is that we see people of all ages just having a blast and competing against each other in this space.
That sounds really cool. Do any of those exhibits really stick out to you that are seem to be some of the more popular ones?
Yeah, there's a lot of them are very popular. We have, for example, the world's largest Pac-Man in here. We have a Pop-A-Shot Interact that's very popular. There's other can pitch yourself against someone else in your group. And I know when I've brought my children down here, they have a blast, not only doing it, but competing with their siblings.
All right. So with this, I know the museum is now open, as you said, 7 days a week. So, what role does the museum as a whole play in our community?
Wow, that's a fantastic question, and thanks for asking it. So yes, beginning tomorrow, we are open 7 days a week through the summer. And what I have seen since we reopened, the first thing you already asked about or touched on was the fact that people are ready to get out of their houses. That was the first thing that I saw, and I think one of the biggest roles that we played in the community at that point in time. We opened at very limited capacity, and provided an experience that allowed people to get out of their houses in a way that we feel was safe, not only for them but also for our staff in terms of operating the experience. We continue to be a great gathering place for the community, and I think we've done some great work there, but I think our best work is yet to come. And that's been one of the things about the past 14 or 15 months here over the pandemic, where we have really taken it as an opportunity to reflect on what we can deliver to our community and what the community needs now more than ever because of everything that we've all been through with the pandemic. So we are just starting to figure that out. One of the earliest things that we are moving forward with is a live action television series, if you will, called The Why Nots, that is targeted at the educational market, to provide a distance learning experience that leverages, our science content, but in a very fun and compelling way that really assists teachers in their quest to make science fun and interesting for their students. So that's just one example. And as I said, we're just really getting started. And I think as you see us over the next year or two, you're going to see us make more and more of an impact with the community, whether it's in the traditional K through kindergarten through 12th grade educational market or in workforce development.
Well, Dave, thank you very much. We're certainly looking forward to the new exhibit. Thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, and would love to see you and all your viewers out here.
All right, and if you would like more information on the Science of Guinness World Records exhibit, visit perotmuseum.org.